This is Brasco Green with Chief Loud Radio, Crooked Streets Radio. Out once again, we're doing our thing. We're out here with Mike at the Psychedelic Seminar, from the Psychedelic Seminar actually. And we were talking about medical cannabis, the program that's coming to the state of Maryland here in 2016. So just wanted to kind of bring Mike and let him kind of just share some of the things that took place tonight. How's it going, Mike?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks, man. Yeah, so I guess as you mentioned, tonight's event was the latest in the Psychedelic Seminars series.
Okay.
Since earlier this year, I've been doing a series of events around Baltimore, and this has become the home here, Artifact Coffee.
Okay.
And it's been mostly focused around psychedelics, bringing different experts, so researchers. In this case tonight, brought in a panel to discuss medical cannabis, which is coming to Maryland, next year. And so we had 3 different speakers come up. We had Judy from Normal, Hunter from Americans for Safe Access, and Dawn from the American Medical Cannabis Nurses Association. And basically, for me, what the purpose is to just kind of hold the space here, facilitate the conversation. I wanted to bring these experts out to share their knowledge and then create the space, right, where folks can come on, get engaged, ask the questions, learn about it, and I would say mission accomplished.
Yeah. When coming into the event, I saw, definitely engaged from the with the audience, and the questions that were presented, I thought they were really great. In terms of just where Maryland will stand in terms of just the regulation, can you talk a little bit about how the process will take place when it comes to the importation or exportation of marijuana or cannabis?
Yeah, well, I'm not the expert on this. I guess we should ask some of our panelists here to probably comment on that. That'd be better. For what I know is kind of what I heard today. Gotcha. It sounded like there was a don't ask, don't tell sort of policy as far as where the seeds are coming from originally, just from what I gathered tonight. But I'm definitely not the expert on that one.
It is what it is. At least that is an don't ask, don't tell kind of policy that that was kind of conveyed here tonight. But moving forward with where we're going with the medical situation, I think seeing patients or individuals here tonight, there is an interest. There is becoming more, getting more education and understanding what the reason behind legalization for medical cannabis and the importance of it. I think this event shared that and showed that this night. So moving forward, what are some of the plans for the psychedelic seminars and what you guys are doing up and coming?
Yeah, absolutely. Be happy to chat about that. The crux of it is psychedelics, and marijuana could be lumped in there, maybe sometimes or not. Close enough, though. I think the same crowd, it fits. So previously, some speakers have had included some of the researchers at Johns Hopkins. These guys are doing research, for example, on using psilocybin, which is the active chemical you'd find in magic mushrooms. They're using that to help people quit smoking cigarettes, and that research is happening right here in Baltimore, Johns Hopkins. So at previous meetings, I've had some of those researchers come. And going forward, I have some other Hopkins folks I'd like to bring on board. There's a fellow, Bill Richards. Okay. He's actually one of the original guys. Back in the 60s, he was doing LSD research until it got shut down by the government. And now he was one of the key folks in getting that research restarted here at Hopkins. He has a book coming out, and he's going to be one of our next presenters in either December or January. He's going to talk about psychedelics and spirituality, because that's some of the research they're doing there and something he also has a personal interest in. I think I want to do a talk about float tanks also. I think there's also plenty more to be said about cannabis as well. There's a lot of research going on there. So maybe I'll do a follow-up and bring some different folks to talk about their angles on cannabis or medical cannabis. And yeah, as the months are rolling on, new connections are made, new folks come to light, so there's plenty of new angles to go on the whole thing. I'd love to get also a seminar about MDMA. There's a lot of their research going on now with MAPS, where MDMA is being used to treat veterans with PTSD. If I can find someone locally who can speak to that, that's another topic I'd love to cover in this setting as well. So lots of ground.
Yeah, sounds like you got a really great game plan laid out and moving forward and just kind of executing, and it seems like it's working out well. And if anybody wanted to kind of get to find out more information, where should they go? A website, social media? Just kind of explain that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So psychedelic seminars, you can go to psychedelicseminars.com, or if you want to be more brief, psychsems.com also works. So PSYCHSEMS.com, and that's for folks, locally. Are you based here in Maryland? So for folks locally here in Baltimore, that's where you'll find the information about the local Baltimore meetups. And we're doing Artifact Coffee is the new home for our psychedelic seminars right now. Doing about monthly meetings here. But another group I'm actually part of is called Symposia, PSYMPOSIA. So you can go to symposia.com. And so Symposia is it's a similar space that we work in. Symposia, although I would say it's more of like, say, bigger events, and we're doing them all along the East Coast. So DC, Philly, New York, and in Massachusetts as well. Our next event's going to be on the, I don't know when this is being posted, but on the National Mall this Friday. Symposia is having an event, as you heard earlier, I was talking about earlier, called Drug War Stories, where different folks will share stories of harms caused by the drug war. This is right at the National Monument, so it's going to be pretty a psychedelic experience in itself to do this kind of event in the Capitol. We have an event in Philadelphia on December 5th with Dennis McKenna, and that one's called People on Drugs. It features Dennis, also Dimitri Mugianis, who's a healer and activist, and also folks will be sharing their own psychedelic stories. We have a magazine coming out as well that's covering all things psychedelic, progressing the conversations forward in the psychedelic community. We want to be kind of self-critical and really be, on the cutting edge of where the conversations are. So all that you can also find at symposia.com. So both those sites are there.
All right. So there you have it. Thanks, Mike. From the psychedelic seminars, and that series is continuing to grow, and more to come. And as we see, Maryland Normal's friends here, you're making it happen right here, BRASCO Green, Chief Loud Radio, Crooked Streets Radio. Make sure you check us out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.